So keep that one in mind. Otherwise, I'll come and charge you. When I come back and the place is it's not what it's supposed to be, I'll come and charge you.
I will make sure I maintain this. It's a charge to me.
Yes,
I will improve it.
And improve it. He said a charge to keep I have. You know the Methodist hymn. He said a charge to keep I have, and a God to glorify.
Yes,
and never dying soul to keep. Anyway,
I'll keep it very much for you, Apostle.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you so much for thank you so much for that. Apostle, like I said,
yes,
tonight it's a personality profile.
Right.
So we have a lot of time.
Right.
So we are coming to talk about you.
Okay.
To get to know you.
Okay.
Get to know what you do.
Right.
Some of your achievements, some of your challenges.
Okay.
And hopefully we'll end with some advice.
Right.
For us and any other person who is as young as myself.
Right.
Doing ministry. Right. Listening to us.
Okay.
But Apostle, do you know how most people describe you?
I have no idea.
You have no idea?
I have no idea.
Okay, now I'll tell you.
Okay.
For those of us who have known you for some time, including myself,
right,
and some of my friends,
in
fact, we describe you to be a man of faith,
right,
a man of actions,
right,
and sometimes with aggression.
Yeah.
Do you agree?
Oh yeah, as for that aggressive aspect. Trust me.
I'm glad you agree.
Oh yeah, I agree. Don't let me do that tonight on the
studio. I'm glad you agree.
Yes.
I'm glad. So my question is it something that started with you in ministry, or it is something that has been with you from your infancy?
Let me tell you something.
Okay.
What you are, most of the time, your temperaments, your I would say your temperament, your character, to some extent, manifests itself.
Okay.
From the unbeliever stage to the believing stage. So if you're a quiet person, naturally you become quiet. Occasionally there is a shift, depending on who you sit under and a lot of factors. But if you are an aggressive person, if you are an extrovert, if you are a sanguine, you kind of like you carry the same thing there.
Okay.
That's the way you behave when you come into the kingdom. So there are quiet people there.
Okay.
And there are aggressive people there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how it is. So I was like that.
He's been like
yeah, I've been an aggressive person, the sanguine type of person, and then being a little bit aggressive here and there, and then I carried it to ministry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Daddy, so before we come into ministry,
yes.
Now we want to know. Please tell us. Where were you born, and the area that?
Okay, so you want to know a little bit about my background?
We want to know about you very, very much.
Well, my name is, minus the title.
Okay.
My name is Ben Kofi Markin.
Ben Kofi Markin.
Those of you who know me from my childhood, because I know some of my friends may be online listening, and maybe if they are not listening, maybe after that they'll go back to Facebook, and they know me as Ebenezer Kofi Markin.
Okay.
And then the name changed to be Ben Kofi Markin.
Okay.
Right. That was far back in 1996.
Okay.
Yeah. So I returned from London with that name, Ben Kofi Markin. I was born in Winneba.
Winneba.
Yes, to Mr. and Mrs. Evans Cole Markin, Comfort Markin, of blessed memory. And then spent some few time in Winneba. Then I was taken to by my uncle. That's my father's elder brother, because my parents were on overseas. And so they was taken to Kofodia for a while. So having spent some time in Winneba with my grandfather and my grandmoms, they took me to Kofodia for a while, brought me back to Winneba to attend. Those of you who know Winneba very well, Softlet House, there used to be a day nursery there, very popular day nursery. So that's where I grew up. Then my father returned. When my father returned, from overseas, he took me to Samra Boy.
Samaboy.
Yes,
also
in the Western region.
yes. Okay, that's in the Western region.
Yes, that time there was a very flourishing company there, African Timber and Plywood. Today they call it Samatex.
Okay.
So I grew up. That's where I spent the first 10 years of my life.
Okay, so from Winneba straight to...
Yes, from Winneba to Koforidua for about a year or two, back to Winneba for about another year, then straight to Samraboy. Okay. So I was in Samraboy from 1972 to 1980-81 when my father left ATMP, African Timber and Plywood.
Okay.
So we came, and then we came to settle in Commander College. My mom became the senior house mistress of Commander College, so that's where we were there for another 10 years until my mom went to join my dad in Kumasi.
Okay.
But by then I had moved to Takrady because I went to school in the common entrance. I did the first 2 years at St. Mary's.
Okay. In fact, that was what I was come to ask, because if you see these movements,
yes,
it means that you've gone to a lot of schools.
Oh yes, it did affect me. It did affect me.
So you started in school in Winneba, all right?
Yes, I started Softlet House in Winneba, day nursery in Winneba. Went to continue in Koforidua, day nursery, class 1 something, day nursery, whatever. And then came back to Softlet House again. Then I was moved from Softlet House to Samraboy when my father returned from the UK. And so Samraboy, I went straight to primary 1, a little bit of primary 1 and then 2 in the Anglican primary school. My mom had not returned, so my mom came back from England in 1973, and then she became a teacher or a tutor at St. Gregoire Secondary School, which is 90 miles away from Samraboy. And so my mom was there, and I was taken to primary 3 in St. Gregoire local authority primary school, you see. And so then in 1977, the African Timber and Plywood Company had opened a preparatory school, so they brought me back to stage 3. They brought me back to stage 3. And so you can see the zigzagging crossing of my academic life. And then in stage 3 was there to stage 6, where we sat there for the common entrance those days. Common entrance, and then we were doing only 4 subjects in those days. It was math, English, quantitative, and verbal aptitude. So we passed the common entrance, and then my mom said that my son is a bit aggressive, so he didn't want me to get myself involved.
So we didn't get it wrong.
No, he didn't get it wrong, guys. It's a bit aggressive. But there is a reason that accounted for that in my upbringing. And then from there, so I chose Fijai Secondary School. It's not like today. No, the head teachers go to do the selection of schools when you select. And so my mom said, you are not going there. You need to go to your uncle is at St. Mary's. My uncle was then the domestic bazaar in St. Mary's upon. So he took me there so your uncle could take care of you. And then I was there for 2 years. I joined the secondary boys who were always thinking about going to sea. So I wanted to go stow away. I wanted as early as 14, 15. I was thinking of stow away. I wanted to get out of town. I want to be a seaman. So they came and they told. Fortunately, I was there with my uncle, my mom's younger brother. And so he came. He wrote a letter to my mom that if you don't change your son, I don't know what's going to happen next time. So my mom moved me from there to Winnie Valley Secondary School. That's where I finished. So I finished in Winnie Valley Secondary School. And then when I finished in Winnie Valley Secondary School, in those days, exams papers were still leaking. West Africa exams, it has been there from of old. It's been there. When I was in Form 1 in 1979, those in Form 5 had then got up. So papers had leaked. It has been there, years. And so our papers were cancelled. May, June, our papers were cancelled. First one, so we went to write again in, I think, July, August, that same year. That same year I've written, I also registered for NOVDEC. And so that same year I wrote, today they call it WASI. Our time it was GCO levels. Yeah, I wrote it 3 times that same year. And all of them were cancelled. The second one was cancelled. And then NOVDEC was also cancelled. And then they called us to go back to school. So I went back in 85 to write the exams again. And part of it was also cancelled. And I told myself, I'm not going to school, go to school again. What kind of rubbish is all this? And so I was very aggressive. You know, I was doing my own thing. Typical youth, 17, 18-year-old boy jumping up and down, doing all kinds of crazy things, But thank God for my mom, who was always there. May her soul rest in peace. Was always there, and then trying to tame me and trying to speak to me. And so from there, whilst I was in secondary school, Joyful were incorporated.
Okay.
Yeah, came there in 1982.
Okay.
And Huni Valley was not a place that was very popular in those days, as far as secondary schools and stuff are concerned, because it was now being built, not that very, like we know today. And so when we didn't have light, we didn't have water, we're drinking running water, river water from the stream and stuff like that. We're losing lanterns for studies and stuff like that. We had one tractor and we had one neoplan bus. Okay. That's all we had for the school. And it was something else, a beautiful experience. That's where, in those days, that's where I also learned about 𝐷𝐴𝐿𝐴.
Okay.
Oh, I know how to do it. I know everything about 𝐷𝐴𝐿𝐴. It was going on at that time.
Even at that time.
But they were not destroying anything.
Exactly.
I can tell you on authority. They were not destroying anything. They were very, very careful. They were not destroying anything. And so we ran away from school, go and do a little bit of 𝐷𝐴𝐿𝐴 and come back to school, Interesting times. I don't know if you want me to tell you some of it.
I want you to tell me more about that.
But my school days, right?
We'll go there.
Okay, so from there.
So please, how many siblings?
I have, we are 9.
9? You are number?
I'm number 3 and number 1.
Okay. Based on mommy and daddy.
Yes.
Okay, I understand.
Mom, I'm number 1.
Number 1.
Dad, I'm number 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
But 9 siblings,
Yes.
Okay. So growing up as a youth, were you all moving from like Winneba to Winnebali and all that?
Yeah. What happened was that 4 of us, 4. But when my dad returned, when I was born, I had already 2 siblings ahead of me. Okay. By my dad. But I was the first one of my mom. But one was with my daddy's mom or my grandma and stuff. And then, so when my dad returned and brought us together, so it was the 2 of us, my elder sister and myself, that daddy took to Samaroy. Okay. Right. Yeah. But going to Kofrodia, I was alone with my uncle, and then back to Winneba, my sister was there, and then from Winneba they took us to Samaroy. Okay.
So, Apostle, please, growing up as a youth or as a child, what are some of the values that your parents instilled in you?
As for values, we can talk about it till morning.
Whoa. But let me say 2 or 3 main values that you think your parents really
one of the values they taught us was hard work.
Hard work.
And unfortunately for me also, where I went to training college, they would tell you that hard work doesn't kill, and hard work makes Asai beautiful. You know Asai? Asai Hill, Commander College. Okay. He said hard work makes Asai beautiful. Okay. So our parents taught us hard work. Taught us honesty. Taught us respect for elderly. All right. They also taught us how to manage and arrange things. No, you don't just throw things anyhow.
Of course, no.
So I have problem with people who do that. You just put your shoe and throw it somewhere, your shirt, you throw it somewhere. And they taught us to value people. They also taught us about accommodation. The value of helping others, because I grew up seeing a lot of people in our house. At one point we were 17 in a house. Whoa. I saw mom taking care of her siblings and other cousins and aunties all coming in. And so we grew up on that lifestyle of larger family, large people, taking care of people, loving people, seeing people there. They taught us the value of love. They taught us the value of unity. They taught us the value of understanding. All right. So these are some of the values. Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much, Apostle. I want to read a message to you.
Yes.
The reason why I asked you this question, and I will come back to this question. So when I put up our flyer out there, my sister I call her sister because I've known her for a long time.
Okay.
It's through her that I met.
Okay. I understand.
Thank you. So she's called Mami Araba Mills.
Okay.
So when I put up the flyer, she wrote, he says, this man is a very good man.
Right.
And I said, how? I just wanted to know. And then she says, his relationship to people is exceptional.
Okay.
He has a school at Interbeton in which he runs with the beautiful Mrs. Markin.
Right.
She says, and he is instilling discipline. Let me say, and he is instilling, much discipline into the children who attend the school, teaching them memory verses and other stuffs. I know him from the school that he is running, and in that school, even a 2-year can recite John 3:16.
Wow.
That is what she says.
Wow.
That is what she says.
Wow.
So,
that brings me, sorry to cut you, that brings me to what my mom told us.
Very good.
I
wanted to know these disciplines or values that you are instilling in the children. We'll come to the school.
Yeah.
These discipline and values that you are instilling in them, is this something that mommy taught you?
Oh yes, mommy taught us. One of the things growing up I saw is that mom will call us, mom, dad, they will call us, especially when my dad was not even around. Mom will call us for morning devotion.
Wow.
And she will help us, teach us to recite memory verses. That is where I learned my Fanti.
Okay.
Because I went to school where I wasn't taught Fanti.
Okay.
So I don't know how to read Fanti.
Okay.
But I told myself that with the help of the Holy Ghost, I want to read Fanti. So I can recite memory verses in Fanti, and I love doing that because it gives me a certain sense of upliftment. Right. So if you tell me to do one now, I can just do it for you, without sweat. I can even do it better than the English.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's where the thing came from.
Yeah.
You're right, because mom said that train up a child in the way he should go. And when he's old, he will not depart from it. So it's been part of my lifestyle. So that's it.
Okay. So we'll come to the ministry journey very soon, but maybe 2 more questions on your childhood before we move on from there. So I just want to know, how will you describe your childhood in general? In your from your childhood, how will you describe yourself, or how will you describe how your childhood was?
It was exciting. It was exciting. It was sweet and sour. It was sweet and sour. I will call it sweet and sour because I had very, very, what's the right word to use? Bad, bitter experiences, and then also the other side, the good side of enjoying school with mates and stuff like that. I grew up, honestly, I grew up with a lot of bitterness in me.
Whoa.
Yeah. And I think that going on, we'll talk to some people about it. I grew up because of my upbringing.
Okay.
Yeah, I grew up with a lot of bitterness in me. The religious aspect was there. The disciplining aspect was there.
Okay.
But I think if I sit down and I look back, there were a lot of excesses, coming from the disciplinary aspect.
Okay.
But I have learned to let go. I've learned to let go. I prayed about it. I've learned to let go. So there are a lot of things people don't know. Even some of my siblings and my friends and my spouse don't know about me.
Whoa.
A lot of things I don't talk.
Yeah,
because some of them are very deep scars. You don't want to talk about them. And I've learned to let go. Thank God, by the mercy and the help of the Holy Ghost, He has helped me to relinquish the bitterness and everything inside me. And I'm happy, and I thank God for that.
I'm also glad you are happy.
Yeah.
Listeners, if you just tune in, this is TW Radio 88.9. The program is Figure of Faith, and we are having a personality profile with Apostle Dr. Ben Kofi Markin. He is the founder and the general overseer of Better Grace Chapel International here in Cape Coast. And shout out going out to all the members of Better Grace Chapel International, and shout out also going to the beautiful Mrs. Markin. I'm sure she's listening. And if you just join in, I want you to tell a friend, to tell another person that Apostle Ben Kofi Markin is in the studio. He has told us a bit about himself. In fact, a lot. He's told us a lot about himself, and we want to listen to a song. When we come back, we will now zoom in into his ministry journey, how he started, the things and the lessons that he has learned and how he has gotten here by the grace of God. So make sure you tell somebody to tell another person to also listen to the live or the personality profile of Apostle Ben Kofi Markin. Last week, Reverend Cynthia Macaulay was here. She had released a new song, and we really enjoyed it. Apostle, I want us to listen to it, and we'll come back very soon to continue.
No worries.
Song is called Revival. Now, and so tell somebody that Apostle Ben Kofi Markin is in the studio, and we are having a personality profile. You can catch us live on Facebook at TW Radio 88.9, and also online at twradiogh.com. twradiogh.com. So, Apostle,
yes,
welcome back.
Thank you.
And now we want to zoom in more into your ministry,
right?
And some of the things.
Have you finished with my growing up?
Okay, if there's something more you want to tell us.
No, because I ended up I'm at SHS.
Okay, from
Huni Valley.
Yes, Huni Valley.
That's where we ended.
Okay, so from the
okay,
Huni Valley.
Not from Huni Valley. So the papers were cancelled. I told you about it.
Yes, you told me the papers. All the papers were cancelled 3 times.
Yes, and then the following year it was cancelled twice. So in 2 years, in 2 years, I've written the Wasi
5 times.
So people understand today 5 times.
And so some people write 1, 2, and then they are.
Yes,
they
and
are
I
tired.
told my mom, I'm not dumb. I'm not stupid. I'm not writing the paper again.
5
and so
times.
out of frustration, and my mom seeing the way I was, just managed to get me to Commander College.
Okay.
And it was even a fight. In those days, it was not like today. In those days, you finish Form 5. We didn't have the JHS.
Okay.
We have 13 years. You go to Form 1 to Form 5. Then you do lower 6, upper 6. Then you go to the university. So you spend about 7 years in the secondary school. So by the time you get to the university, you are maturing to some extent. Yeah. And so my mates, and in those days, when you branch into the polytechnics after the Form 5 or the nursing training college, there is a way, there is an eye they look at you. When you even go do technical, they think that you are dumb. You got to do the science, you got to do the, the arts and, read and do those stuff. So my mates were going to the 6th form. Some were paying bribes. They went to the 6th form. You want me to go to the training college. It became an issue. Okay. But I haven't regretted up to today.
Wow.
Yeah. So sometimes, let me chip in there, sometimes when your parents are directing you to do some things, you may not see. But you thank them later. Just obey and do it. As long as it's not leading you to hell, just obey and do it. You thank them later. I haven't regretted going to training college. Even whilst I went to the training college, I was on probation.
So training college also in Commander?
Yeah, Commander Training College. So from Huni Valley, my mom was in Commander. My dad had then gone to Nigeria, and so from Commander I went to train Huni Valley, So I was in Huni Valley Commander College with my parents, going to school at Huni Valley Secondary School. And then I finished, came back with all the problems I've told you. The mom managed to get me to the training college, Commander Training College. And she told me, and I said I wouldn't go. There was no way I was going to go to school. And so, the respect for the elderly was there. So she went to talk to the principal, who had also taught her as a student, And so one day the principal came home. My mom had gone. I don't know whether it was an arranged stuff or something. He came looking for my mom. I said, Mom, it's not there. So she left. And as he was going, he came back and said, oh, by the way, Monday morning, wear your white shirt and your trousers and come to PS1, post-secondary. That's from the first year. Okay. Come to PS1B. And I was like, what's this man talking about? My world turned upside down. Because I wasn't ready for that.
Yes.
But your respect for elderly.
Yes.
So mom came and I said, has anybody come here? I said, nobody has come here. So he went to the kitchen and came. I said, has anybody come around? I said, nobody has been here. Oh, yeah, I forgot. The principal came here. He said, did he leave a message? He said, she was looking for you. And that's what she said. He said, so, is that all? I said, yes. And he said, is there anything else? I said, well, he said Monday morning I should wear my white shirt and blue black trousers and go to PS1B. And he said, well, you say you will not go, so I'm not going to force you. But you can't disrespect that man. I said, Mom, I can't do that. So she went to the room, took some money and said, go to Takrady and buy the white shirt and so that Monday you can go to class. You know what I did? Black trousers was not permitted.
Okay.
And so, because I didn't want to go, I bought a white shirt and I bought black
intentionally.
I intentionally did it. My mom was so furious. Then at that time, I had seen that they were punishing students who were wearing black trousers.
Okay.
No serious punishment. I said, well, when you go upstairs there and they punish you, you will learn. So I wore it and I went. And then when they are coming, I'll run away, I'll hide somewhere and things like that. And eventually, she was forced to go and buy me another one. Okay. Because she's the senior house mistress, helping to punish students, forcing students to do the right thing. Here comes your son. Oh man, here comes your son. Look at what he's doing. And so it was an embarrassment to my mom, and very, very embarrassing to my mom. But that's how I went to training college. Whoa. And I was there for 3 years, and then after that they posted me to Takoradi. Okay. My first station was at Park Grant Roundabout. There is a school down there, they call it Ashanti Road, JHS. Okay. That's where I taught for 4 or 5 years. Yeah, I think 5 years or so, and I left for ministry. Okay. I left to study overseas, and I came back for ministry and things. Well, so that's that.
Yeah, I'm glad you didn't regret.
I haven't.
You didn't regret obeying mommy's.
Oh yes, I haven't. Yes, there were a lot of things she made me do that at the time I didn't like it. I remember one of them was asking me to go and do farming. We had a backyard, and when the students are going, I'll be weeding and planting corn and planting potatoes and all those things. But she said something. She said, my son, there's money in the soil, And then at one point, the last thing that broke the camel's back, he said, oh, go and do cabbage. Okay. Cabbage for the what? Oh, come on now. Whoa. But thank God for her soul.
Whoa. Yeah.
When I was posted and my salary was not coming, Ghana Education Service and all the stuff, I will come every weekend to come and harvest the cabbage in bags, take them to the market circle, Takoradi market circle, and give it to the women who were selling vegetables. Yes. That's why I was making money. Meanwhile, when she told me to do it,
you didn't want to.
I didn't want to.
But then out of that,
that's it. That's it.
Wow. So
that's it.
In fact, what I've just learned from this story, is to obey. Because sometimes you may not know what is ahead. Oh yeah. Just obey. Just obey. Maybe God is using the person to teach you something.
Yeah, my bishop used to say that when I tell you to go and do something, just go and do it.
Just go and do it.
If there's a problem, you leave it to me. Let me go and sort it out. But don't go and twist what I've said. Because if you go and twist what I've said, you open the door for attack. Number one, upon yourself, and number two, upon me. Yeah. So I have to do double work. Yes. But obedience is what is missing in today's life.
Wow. Our children are not obeying.
No. And we are part of it. Seriously, we are part of it. Even though the end time speaks about, the Bible speaks about it, then the last days children will be disobedient to their parents and stuff like that. But part of it is also as a result of we parents trying to want to, because when we're going to school, we're not wearing shoes, so we want our children to wear school. And then when we were going to school, we didn't have this and want our children to have that. And that's and we couldn't. One of the most difficult thing to do, one of the most difficult jobs upon the face of the earth is parenting.
Yeah, parenting. Yeah.
How far is far? How harsh is harsh? How slow is slow, right? How much is much? How less is less? So from childhood, there is a challenge when the child is born. When there is only one child, there is a challenge. When there is a two, there is a challenge. The first pampers to the second phase to the walking stage to each stage comes with its challenge. And it is the only institution and only work that you learn on the job. Yeah. And nobody's perfect. There isn't any perfect parent anywhere. You learn on the job. Every day you are learning until your child marries. When your child marries, that's another phase of your parenting ministry. How do I coordinate? How do I balance it? Now my son is married, my daughter is married. Where do I strike the balance? How far do I go away from them, or how close do I go? It's all there. Yeah, that's it.
Thank you very much, Apostle. So I'm glad you brought in the ministry aspect in the latter part of our conversation. So from a trained teacher into ministry. Right. So now I want to find out, Look, listening to your story,
Right.
I want to believe that you grew up from a Christian home, if
Oh,
I
yes.
should say. But then, at what point in time in your life was there that conversion? Have you been a Christian all these while, or there was that moment that brought the switch?
If you say I've been a Christian, I would say yes, because I was born into a church.
Exactly.
So if you ask people, that's why they say they are
Yes.
Christians, because they were born into a church.
Mhm.
My background is very typical Methodist.
Okay.
So when you mentioned the name Markin, right? The other day I was speaking on another network, and I said that the name Markin is a religious name.
Okay.
Anytime you say Markin, it is connected to the priesthood. I come from a Levitical home,
Okay.
right? So if you even go here to the cathedral, you see the name there, Markin.
Okay.
So that's where I came from. So we were going to church. We had a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying.
I understand.
Yes. So we're going to church. I was,
Yes.
in and out. I can sing. I love to sing the hymns. I can sing and all those things. But the encounter, like John Wesley, the encounter really came. The first time I had that encounter was when Joyful Way came.
Okay.
When Joyful Way came to Honey Valley at that time, I saw it. I had the encounter, but I didn't understand the whole thing.
Okay.
So I went back into my old ways. All right. I did a little bit of Buddhism. I did a little bit of transcendental meditation. I did a little bit of astral projection. I tried my hands on all kinds of things, all in the attempt of trying to find the self, if you please. Deep inside me, I started asking questions from a very tender age. I remember I asked my mom, if there is one God, why are there so many churches? Where is this God? How can I see him? Is he watching me? I want to go to him and talk to him. I want to tell you about what my father is doing to me. I want to do this. I want to do that. So I had that thing inside me, and I love spiritual things. I wanted to find out, is there a force behind this? Is there a force behind this? Is there something called, what is a spirit? What is it? That thing was deep inside me. So it was there. I was just kind of hanging it on until 1989, when finally I surrendered. The Lord, here I am. I knew it was going to happen, but I didn't know the exact date.
Okay.
Because I remember when I was in school, when school was about to vacate that year, I told my colleagues, my friends, that, hey, by the time we come back, I'm born again. I kept saying that. I didn't know what I was saying, but I just said, by the time I come back, so snub you because you don't want to smoke it, stop smoking. I used to smoke.
Oh, okay. In secondary school days.
Oh yeah, secondary school days to my training college days, I was smoking.
Wow.
And when I came out from training college, it was around 23 thereabout, 23, 24 thereabout. I was smoking 2.5 packets of cigarettes a day.
Wow.
Oh yeah. That's how bad it was.
Wow.
And I remember at one point I was given 110 injections.
110?
Yes, 110 injections. I was smoking heavily, because that was what was calming me down.
Okay.
I remember I told you there was so much bitterness and resentment in me.
Yes.
And it made me do things I didn't want to do. So I realized that the cigarette had this thing that calms you down. Nicotine is very addictive.
Yeah.
Very, very addictive. So it was kind of like, that's what was calming me down. So every morning I'll smoke before I go to school. During break time, go and hide somewhere and I'll smoke. And then do all kinds of some things before I come. Thank God I didn't get myself into the weed, because mom told me, if you do that, you go crazy. And I tried once, and what happened to me? I entered ladies' washroom, and everybody was public toilet. I was going to the ladies' washroom, and everybody was saying, hey, where are you going? I didn't mind. I just said, and so I realized I was going mad, and that was it.
Wow.
And so in 1989, I found it. So I remember in September, I was crying, and I was talking to God. I said, God, if you are there, just save me. If you are there, just save me. Because here I am, 24-year-old boy. I realized that my life was in a mess. And looking for solutions, I visited some spiritualists and things like that. But I could tell something was really, really missing in my life. This is not what God made me for.
Yeah.
This is not me. I kept feeling, it's a deep feeling, an emptiness inside you that tells you that no, this is not me. This is not me. It's not about the name marking. It's not about where I come from. But me as a human being, something is missing. There's an emptiness inside me. So I was crying. I remember, I was sleeping in a garage. I'm a teacher, sleeping in somebody's garage on a wooden door.
Wow.
That was how useless my life had become. And so I was sleeping there, and I remember going after school. Those times we're running shifts, so we go 2 weeks in the afternoon, then 2 weeks in the morning. I remember that afternoon. I remember very, very well that afternoon. I was crying, climbing the Fijai Hill. The person even didn't know I was sleeping in his garage. The tutor there didn't know I was sleeping in his garage. I'll hide myself and go and sleep there. And so I said, God, if you are there, save me. Please save me if you are there, please. And so 24th of December, that is why I say that anyone who gives his life genuinely to Christ remembers the day.
Okay.
I believe that because I remember that it was 24th December. And believe me, that 24th December, I had packed my drinks and my, castle gin and all the brandy and all those things. Ready. I was going with my friends to Sedu. That's where my best friend was. May he so rest in peace. So that's where I was going, with all our cigarettes and things like that. We close and then off I go. And then 24th, I met this lady. And then this lady said, oh God, there's a program in church. The wahala I gave that lady. I said, I don't have a shoe. He said, I'll get one for you. I said, my shirt is torn. I said this. I was given every excuse. Finally, I even said that I haven't eaten. He said, I'll buy oats for you. This is somebody who is intended to get you to the salvation hall.
Yes.
But today we go 1 and 2 and we drop. Leave them. But she did everything and also did everything to frustrate her. Did everything in my power to frustrate her. I wasn't interested. I'm interested in the body. I'm not interested in your message. I love the hunter's meat, but I don't love the hunter's clothes. That was what was happening. Eventually, I lifted up my hands. I surrendered to God, 24th December. And you know what? I prayed the whole night. When my friends came the morning to call me to go to straight road. Yes, when they came, we had a slogan. Papa, then I'll respond. Abodam for being come. Papa, then now they will respond again. Then they will said, why breed? Then I'll respond, why breed them go? But here comes this guy. They were coming. Said, Papa,
you're not responding.
I was not responding. They knew I was in the house. Why breed them go? Hey, Soko, where are you? Soko Stone, where are you? I said, where you there? Charlie, come make you go. When they came, I was holding the Bible. I said, Soko, I love Badama. Are you going crazy or something? Why did you have drink last night? I said, no, I'm born again. I can't go.
Wow.
So Soko, are you all right? I said, yeah, I'm all right. And I told them, you need to give your life to Jesus. Also get away. So they left in anger. They took their drinks and everything, and they left in anger. That's what happened.
Wow.
That was 24th December.
24th December. That's an interesting story.
Oh, yeah.
That's an interesting
and
story.
I don't take that for granted.
Yeah.
Because I did not give my life to Christ in the church.
Yeah.
In a very, very comfortable place. In the crusade ground. Mine was on a septic tank.
Wow.
You know a septic tank?
Yes, I know a septic tank.
Yes, that's where I stood and I lifted my hands. And that day I was delivered on that septic tank. And on that septic tank, I was baptized with the Holy Ghost.
Wow.
And I started speaking in tongues.
All by yourself?
Yeah, my bishop.
Okay, your bishop.
Yes,
okay,
who led me? My
yes.
prayer director and my bishop who led. No, my prayer director and then my bishop came to pray for me.
Okay. Wow. So all these while you were in Methodist?
Yes, I was in Methodist. But as a child, my parents knew I was in Methodist. But the incident happened in Holy Fire.
In Holy Fire.
Back then in Takoradi.
Yes, I remember.
Yeah, back then the Holy Fire was the contemporary ministry.
Yes.
In those days, there were other ministries there, but that's where I got born again.
Okay. So, Apostle, how did the ministry journey happen? Like the journey of becoming
a minister.
Pastor? Yes.
So when I got born again, from that day, there was that inner zeal in me.
Okay.
Remember I said I prayed throughout the night.
Yes.
Nobody told me. But when I got baptized and I got out from the septic tank, I couldn't stand there. Suddenly it's like I was from planet Mars.
Whoa.
Everything was different. I saw everything completely different. I was in a different world, and I felt alone, very, very lonely, but a certain sense of calmness and peace inside me. Then my spirit started desiring to want to do the things of God.
Okay.
So I prayed throughout. I wanted to stop, I couldn't. So the next morning, I got up quickly before everybody could get up. I got up quickly and I washed down 25th, going to church, and everybody was surprised. I was earlier than everybody and said, where are you going? He said, we're going to church. So I sat in chair. I went to church very quiet. I went home. By the way, it happened in 𝐷𝗏𝗏.
Okay.
And every Christmas we go home. Wherever you are, my father will summon all of us to, Christmases, come home. So I went to Commander, and then we got up. I was very quiet. They could tell that I wasn't the usual self. So we went to church. We came home. I was just sitting down quietly. Not the usual person trying to run away to town. And so my mom was observing. I said, Mom, I'm born again. He said, well, I believe you. I hope what I'm hearing is right. I said, well, go ahead. It's true. And so they started giving me time.
Okay.
So my dad was observing. My uncle was also observing, because this is Kofi, the black sheep of the family. Now he says he's born again. Well, my friends were judging me. Friends I had borrowed from were coming to hustle me for their money. My teacher colleagues were also looking at me. Well, I was a typical Saul, Paul who became Saul. No, they were looking at me. Yes. This guy. So that's what happened. And so there was that desire to want to do. Yeah. So from there, as I sat in church, because I didn't go to the Methodist church. When I was in 𝐷𝗏𝗏, I tried to go to church once.
Okay.
And this is what a lot of us do. And I want to talk about it. Let me chip it in.
Okay, sure.
I went to church. One day I stood and I said, today I want to be a good boy. I wasn't born again then. So I want to be a good boy. So I dressed very early in the morning. My father's suit that he gave me, I dressed like my father, and I went to church, Downward Methodist Church in 𝐷𝗏𝗏, 𝗢𝐴 I went very early. By 8 o'clock I was there.
Okay.
I didn't know it was men's week. And my suit was just like the men's suit.
Okay.
So a woman walked in and said, oh, man, you are here already. And I was like, I don't know what's going on here.
Yeah.
And so I sat there. The service started. Nobody asked me anything. Nobody found out who I was, where I had come from, what my name was. Oh, man, come here, go and sit there. Oh, man, all of you sit here. Please, they are calling you. That's it. So I went to sit. I don't know what they were talking about. And I felt so lonely and dejected. I walked out of that church and I said, I'm not coming back. And that was the end of the story. I never went to that place again. This is what we do. People come to church. They come and sit there. We don't even interact with them. We don't even find out.
Yeah.
That person coming into the church might be carrying a blade or a suicidal medication in his pocket or her purse, waiting for the opportunity to say, I told you, and she will go out and drink it, or he will go out and hang himself. Right? But your hand of fellowship, your smile, your words of encouragement, putting your hands around the person, tapping the person on the shoulder, rubbing the back, making the person feel welcome, the person will go and will want to come back. But we do not do these things. And those of us who do these things, we do these things sometimes selectively. Oh, my spirit is not bearing, our chemistry, our body chemistry is not there, so that person cannot be my friend. It is not everybody that's supposed to be your friend.
Yes.
It is not everybody who was a friend of Jesus. He had his disciples, but his friend was called Lazarus. You understand what I'm saying? And so that is how the whole thing. And so I went to church, and then I started deciding, oh, they are praying, I want to pray like them. That's how the thing started kicking me. And so in 6 months, I was called to the Prayer Warriors ministry.
Okay.
And in those days, it's not common to be called a prayer warrior.
Yes.
In 6 months, I was sitting there. I went to church one day and they said, brother, when service is over, wait. And once again, the same thing was also happening there. Nobody asked me, who are you? Where do you come from? except the person who took me there. All right?
Yes.
So they said, wait. They saw me come and go. They said, wait. They said, 6:30, come to this place. I went, they were praying. He said, I want you to be part of the prayer team. And I was like, okay. Started praying. Nobody had baptized me in the Holy Ghost. The Holy Ghost has baptized me by himself. Yes. So I started praying. And I started learning the way they were praying.
Okay.
Then as I was listening to my bishop, as I was listening, I listened not with my ears, I listened with my spirit.
Okay.
You listen, there's a difference listening with your ears and listening with your spirit. So my spirit was absorbing what he was saying. I desired so much of him. Then I said, oh, look at that guy, the way the guy is interpreting. Oh, how I wish I can interpret like that. The next minute I was sitting there, so I went to pray. I wasn't telling anybody. I went to pray. I fasted 7 days praying that, Lord, let me also be able to interpret. Lord, let me also. So after the 7 days, I was just sitting there and said, Brother Markin, the person who is supposed to interpret the bishop is not around. Can you do that? I said, yes. I was scared. I'm telling you, brother, I was scared. Me, I had prayed about it, but I was scared. And I mounted the pulpit and I was shaking in my trousers. And my bishop looked at me quietly and said, you've come to interpret to me. Lord, may you grant him that grace. And I said, mercy, oh, mercy. Then I started. And it became, that is another story altogether.
So interpreting.
Yes, then from there, I said, no. Then Holy Fire Ministries had established a Bible school. I said, no, I want to go to Bible school. So I went to the Bible school in 1991. I was part of the second batch.
Okay.
We finished the school.
Okay.
And so as soon as I finished, they said, well, what do you want to do? I said, well, they said they are starting a church. Before then, we were going for crusades in the western region, in all the way to the border, 𝙏𝙒 𝙍𝐴𝐴 Norway to the Ivory Coast. I was going with them. So when we went to start a church, when we went to have a crusade in Elibu at the border, I decided that I was going to stay there and then help establish the church. So I stayed there for a while, and I had to, because of school, I had to come back and go. I had to come back and go. And then in 1991, I said, well, I'll go to the Bible school. So when I finished the Bible school, they asked me, so there is a church, there is a place in 𝙏𝙗, which is St. Mary's, where I went to school, want to start a church there. I said, I will go. That was how I entered ministry.
Wow.
And then from St. Mary's, from 𝙏𝙗, I think the following year, 2 years later, I said I wanted to further my studies. But I was there when my bishop called and said, well, I want to go and start church in Accra. I said, Bishop, I'll go. There was that zeal, that desire, that inner burning desire to want to reach out. So when we close from church, one of the things I do is that my bishop, whatever it is, he will pray. So I watched the way he was praying, the way he was fusing the scriptures, and and I desired that. So when I go home, I will pray the same prayer, whether it is part of the burden, the problem I have. I just want to pray like Bishop prayed. I will spend time praying like the way my bishop was praying. The thing was there. The desire was there. I wasn't looking for money. I wasn't looking for fame. I wasn't looking for propriety. I wasn't looking for anything. I just wanted to serve God.
And the desire was there.
It was so strong to serve God. And so before I found out, I was pastoring a church.
Whoa.
That's what happened. So from there, I went to start church in Accra. And I was preaching in Kaneshi Market. We started church in Kaneshi, Mothers in area. Yes. So I was preaching there. I started a church there until I left to go to overseas. So that's how ministry started. That's how I got into ministry.
It's been an interesting journey.
Oh, Apostle. Yeah. It's
very
been
interesting journey.
Yes.
So my next question, I want to put these two questions together. How about the journey of becoming a general overseer? And
where I am now?
Yes, the journey of becoming a general overseer. How did that journey started? And also fuse it with some of the challenges and the moments that have come with it.
The journey of becoming an overseer started. I was in Holy Fire. That's where I grew up. I sat under the tutelage of Bishop, the late Right Reverend Reginald Ofuruchumesi. I was there from 1989 till I left in 2012.
Whoa, 1989
to 2012.
That's a long time.
And out of that, when I came from London in 1996, after schooling in London.
Okay, so after pastoring the church in Accra, that's when you left for London?
Yes, for London.
For how many
for 2 years.
For 2 years.
Then I came back. When I came back, I was ordained in 1996. I came in September, and I was ordained in November. Then on the 29th of November, 1996, I was posted to this place.
Okay.
And then as a pastor,
posted by GES,
by Holy Fire.
By Holy Fire, right? Okay.
I left GES without writing a resignation.
So by then you had late.
No. One day, I remember one day I was there when I told my wife, we were there and then we were talking, and he said we had no food, we had nothing, and I said, let me give you a check. Because then my account for my salary was going through our Greek bank. Let me give you a check so that you can go and collect money. It's month ending. And he said, what check? What month ending? What are you talking about? I said, but then he said, have you forgotten you are no more teaching? I said, oh, sorry. I thought I was teaching, And so I was there. And then, so I rose through the ranks, by the mercies and grace of God, planting church here and there. Whilst I was there, I planted church in the Ivory Coast, in Rotterdam, in London, in Ezema, in Norway, just all over the place, planting churches. And then, so with time, I was growing. When the first people left the ministry, the original elders, senior ministers left, who were the next in line, so Bishop brought us up. So I was like more or less the third in command, if you please.
Okay.
And then, but along the line, the burden was becoming something else. So I went to discuss this, and here I want listeners to listen attentively.
Sure.
So the more I prayed, the more the interest and joy in that area in the ministry was kind of like I was getting agitated, confused. I didn't know what was happening to me. Then I felt that I needed to move.
Okay.
So what I did was that I went to see the bishop, sat down with him, and told him that I want to move on. And he said, what do you want to do? And I said, bring a pastor to come and take over the church here.
Okay.
If the pastor comes in around January, so he will be coming, I'll give him the pulpit, he'll be coming, I'll be giving it, so that the people will be used to him. So by the time we finish our Easter convention, then I gently slide out so that I don't break the church.
Okay.
This was the discussion I had with my bishop. I don't know what happened. They went to paint another picture to him. And then he came unannounced. And it became another story. It's a very unpleasant area. I don't want to talk about it. And so eventually I left.
Okay.
So on the 5th of February 2012, I left Holy Fire.
Okay. Which is Cape Coast.
Yes, and the entire Holy Fire ministry.
Okay. So Daddy, I want to set this one straight. So you started it here, or
no? I started Holy Fire.
So you started Holy Fire
yes.
here. Like what, okay, so when you say you were posted here,
yes,
by
I came
the church,
to
start Holy Fire.
Start Holy Fire here,
and then by February
2012,
you had to.
Yes, I had to leave.
Okay.
And what I did was that I made sure I had handed everything over.
Of course.
I did not take anything. I did not take anything. I made sure I handed everything over, and this is where people get things wrong.
Papa, let me add this one. A little bit of an advice for any other person who feels like you are in a church, but I feel like I want to be on my own. An advice of how they have to go about it.
Go sit down with the father of the house.
Okay.
Discuss with him and make sure he has released you. Don't just get up out of anger and find accusations and go. It will bite you, and it will bite you very, very hard. Even if he doesn't say anything, the anointing will fight you. So if you want to leave, you are not destined to be there forever and ever. Whatever it is, maybe you want to leave, you want to move on. Go and sit down with the man, the father of the house. Let the father bless you and release you, so that it becomes very easy for you to come back. If you're having challenges, let me go and see my father. Oh, Papa, this and that and that and that. Okay, do it this way, do it that way. He can conveniently say, my son is here. Son, come and preach for me. Papa, can you come and visit my church? Papa can come and step there and not even say anything and just go away. And so if you want to move on, do the right thing.
Do the right thing.
Don't say that it is my sweat. I struggled. I did that. You did all that under the anointing, under the covering of the ministry in which you were.
Yes.
The first time I went to London to preach, the first time I saw £1,000 cash in my hands. I paid my ticket.
Okay.
Bishop didn't send me. I paid my ticket. The church here didn't pay a dime because they didn't have.
Yes.
Okay? It was my mom who paid my ticket for me. Took his pension money and paid my ticket. But when I got the money, I didn't pay my mom's ticket. Money he gave me. I took all the money and I bought equipment for the church here. Shipped it down. All right? But when I was going, I left everything there. Even though it was my money. But I did it in the name of the ministry and under the covering of the man of God who opened the door. Because, listen, it was my bishop who, he didn't pay for my ticket. But he held my hand and took me to the embassy when I was going to school for the first time. And he said, I know my son, when he goes, he will come back. That is how they gave me the visa. He took my hand to Holland embassy. And he said that I know my son. He's going to do something. When he goes, he will come back. They said we should go and come back in a month. So I said, my son is flying tomorrow night. You can't tell him to go and come back. And then there and they said, okay, wait. Wow. And in consultation within 30 minutes, I've been given the visa.
Wow.
Right? Do the right thing. You may not like his style. You may not like the way he does his things. But please, take time. Go and sit down and discuss with him. Let him feel the honor and the dignity to release you. I can tell you, this one, I want to hammer it because it's happening over and over and over. We have reasons why we want to break away. We can say, oh, the man of God, the senior pastor is this and that and that and that. He's not minding us. We are struggling. We are this, we are that. We can all say that. Yes, whatever you are saying may be 100% true. But have you been in the shoes of the senior pastor? Have you been there? Have you worn his slippers? Chalawute. You haven't.
Yeah.
You have not been there. Why don't you, as a young minister, take time and he won't listen to me? If he won't listen to you, he has other senior colleagues.
Yeah.
You can go to them, Papa, this is what I'm going through, and maybe I'm scared. Maybe my senior papa will not listen to me, so I have run to you, that you as a senior minister can go on with me to talk to him. Go through the procedure.
Go through the procedure.
It is very important that we understand. Go through the procedure because it will catch up with you. Oh yeah, sometimes when you are forgotten. When Amalekite was going to be destroyed by Saul, it was after 400 years. Everybody has forgotten.
Everybody has forgotten.
But there will always be a Pharaoh who does not know Joseph to catch up with you.
Thank you, Papa. I have a brother and a friend listening. We call him Pages. Those of you that went to a disco know him. Pages. Pages says that Grace Show, you are educating us. He said, Grace Show, you are educating
Thank you,
us.
brother.
And I'm glad our listeners are having some form of education in the show that we are doing, because that is the essence of the whole thing. We've talked so much, but time is catching up with us. And I quickly want us to talk about, like my sister said, his beautiful Mrs. Markins.
Okay. Well,
Papa, how do you meet beautiful Mrs. Markins?
Mrs. Markins was the woman I was talking about.
Yes, you spoken about her.
Yes.
Yes.
The woman who led me to Christ, who bought the who bought the dress, who bought the
you know. Oh, okay.
Yeah, she led me
that's
to
a nice
Christ.
story.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
She led me to Christ. The truth is that I had no intention of marrying.
Okay.
It was not part of what was on my mind.
Okay.
So I didn't know how it happened. So if you ask me, I don't know. But she was a woman who led witness to me and invited me to, they had Christmas Eve, they had 24th, they call it, I've forgotten the name, songs of something. They did a lot of praise and concert, whatever. And so she had invited me there. She was trying to tell me about God, and I told her that I did BK today. I don't know what they call it, CRS or whatever. I said I did CRS. BK in school, from the institution of the monarchy to the fall of the Northern Kingdom. What do you know? My mom used to call me the devil will quote, the devil can quote, because when they bring it, I'll quote. I'll tell them it's here, it's there, it's there. And so she salvation, whatever. Hey, put it there. Then she said, okay, all right, we are having this in church. Can you come? Okay. And so I said, well, I'll go with you. And so I reluctantly, in fact, it was a reluctant issue.
Yeah.
I followed her, and the rest is where I'm sitting.
Wow. Very beautiful story.
Yeah.
So what are some of the roles that Mrs. Markins has played?
When she's been very instrumental, you know, because remember I told you that when I got in, there was nobody I could talk to.
Yeah.
You know, so she was the person there, was the one I was talking to. And when I want to, said, stay there, you know, it will be well. And so when we came, supporting here and there, because I've left my job, right? I've left the teaching job, and that is one of the mistakes we do, which I'll talk about later on. And so she was there, and she was doing all the menial jobs a woman can do to support the ministry. And so I was also there doing whatever I could do. So, you know, she's been supportive, playing her role. As she's more into children's stuff, and so she went into the children's ministry. When we came here, she joined CEF, and then started bringing the children up and creating clubs, fan clubs, or I've forgotten the name they use for it, you know, so children stuff. And then we also went to learn vocation, and so we were doing soap and powder and tie and dye. And you know, at one point the situation was so bad, I was selling ice kinky. Oh yeah, I took ice kinky in ice chest, send it to Fancy Nyankumasi to go and sell. So she would prepare and I would take it. When you see somebody walking and you think that's what
the challenges has been many.
Oh yeah, I'm telling you. Yeah. One day my son was crying. There was no food in the house. And I said, today I want to trust God. I'm not going to call anybody. I'm not going to borrow. And we woke up from 5 a.m. This boy was crying. There was no food. There was nothing there. This boy was crying bitterly. And I'll just toss things here and there. 9 o'clock is gone. 10 o'clock is gone. It was getting to 12. No food for this boy. So out of frustration, broke my own protocol and walked to town. And then I saw a lady and I said, oh, I want to. So I had a discussion. Oh, you can carry this bag of rice. Oh, you also you bring it. Apparently it was 2 Jimmy rice. Nobody was buying. I could even get a Kayoye person to carry it. So imagine me carrying a bag of rice from Kotokraba. That time I was living at Tantry. Carry it on my shoulder. A pastor carried it on my shoulder. People would say, Pastor, wouldn't you give it to somebody to carry it for you? I said, I'm okay, I'm doing exercise. They don't know I don't have the money. So I took the rice and the oil. So I went to cook and give rice and oil to my son. That's what we ate. Then 4 o'clock in the evening, I had a knock on my door. He said, is this where Pastor Markins? I said, yes. He said, there's a parcel for you at Tantry Station. I went, it was food that has been parceled.
You haven't spoken to anyone?
It came in from my mom from Kumasi, and it's been sitting there in the morning.
You haven't spoken to anyone that...
I haven't. Where was the phone to call my mom and say that, Mom, there's nothing in the house?
So the prayer you prayed,
God answered.
Yes.
But somebody who was supposed to do due diligence and come and tell me that your parcel is there didn't do it. And I had to go and borrow. That's what happens sometimes when we pray. The answers are released. But somebody somewhere will not just do due diligence and will make you go around in circles thinking that God hasn't answered. But he has. You get my point?
I get it. So Papa, ministry and its challenges.
Ministry can be very, very demanding. Very, very demanding. What is ministry? Ministry is service. And ministry involves 2 people. The one who is serving and the one who is receiving. And the one who is receiving most of the time can make things very difficult for you. And you can also make things very difficult for yourself. Okay? What I can tell you is that in ministry, walk with this understanding. Love everybody. Respect all men, but trust God.
Love everybody.
That's what I have to. That's how I want to summarize it.
Love everybody, respect
Men,
men,
and trust God.
and trust God. Whoa.
And you must always get ready because you'll be betrayed. You must always bear in mind that you will be betrayed.
The betrayal could come.
Oh, yes. And it will come at a time when you don't expect. The other thing is that when you become very comfortable, then suddenly, and betrayal doesn't come from outside. Betrayals come from within. The enemy is not outside. The enemy is within. When you are doing ministry, don't expect much from the people. Expect much from what you put in.
Okay.
Not from the people. What you put in. Because the rewards may not come from within the church.
Yeah.
The reward will come from outside.
Yeah.
But when you depend solely on looking at the rewards from within, you will be disappointed and frustrated and confused.
Yeah.
Especially, and here I want to be a bit blunt, on this land.
I was come to you and asking you about, I know you've pastored in other places.
Yeah.
How do you see pastoring in Cape Coast?
I've been in Cape Coast for 30 years plus.
30
1996.
Years. So 30 years alone. So together, how many years have you been pastoring?
I've been in ministry since 1998, so 1989. So do the maths.
1989. So that should be 36.
I do the maths.
36, because that is
1989.
yeah. So 36. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. if
And
I'm
I've
correct.
spent 30 years of my life here. 1996, I came here.
And 30 years in Cape Coast.
Yes. And I have come to see when I came here 30 years ago and what it is now. I've seen pastors come and go. I've seen people's lives shattered. I've seen ministries closed down. This is a land that you don't joke with. And so sheer grace will keep you here. Sheer grace will keep you here. It's a land that eats its people, destroy its giants, does not raise its giants up, destroys ministry. It's a land that fights ministry. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I've heard so many stories. It seems like almost everybody that has passed here to do
Oh, yeah.
ministry
Yeah.
says it, that
Sometimes,
ministries in Cape Coast seems to be different. It seems to
oh
be
yes,
very tough.
sometimes I go out there and people tell me, what are you doing here?
Yeah.
They ask.
Yeah, I have many friends that also receive such questions from
Yes,
other
what are you
people.
doing in Cape Coast? Because it makes you have to have unusual grace to love the unlovable,
Yes.
to be in this land. That is the genuine truth. Truth is bitter, but truth is factual.
Okay.
Not all facts are true,
Yeah.
but truth is bitter. But the point is that the challenge on this land requires exceptional grace to carry the assignment through.
Exceptional grace.
Oh yeah, exceptional grace.
Exceptional.
Somebody jokingly said that pastors in Accra are doing pastoral work. We are doing ministry. Listen, so the challenge in this land is the understanding of the gospel.
Okay.
That's why I said they have a form of godliness. Everyone here is religious,
Yeah.
but when it comes to the power of it, that's where we are struggling.
Yeah.
Right? Christmas, everybody goes to church.
Yes.
31st, they go to church. Easter Sunday, churches will be full.
Yes.
But let's look at our lives.
Yeah. That's where they.
So we are religious, but when it comes to the reality on the ground, that's where the challenge
That's
is.
where the challenge is.
So it's not easy being a pastor in this land.
No, it's not easy.
Being a pastor in this land.
Apostle,
And yes,
so 36 years
Yeah.
in ministry. Has there been that incident in your life in ministry that has made you felt like quitting it or?
oh, so many times.
Whoa.
I believe that if you are a genuine man of God and you get to that point and you don't encounter that, then I don't think you've been through it all. Right? The first time I encountered the scripture, and Elijah wished in himself that he might die. I've wrestled with God before, telling God to cut my life short. Take me away, I'm tired. And so things are there that will make you feel like, nah, I don't want to do ministry again. It's very important. These things are there. I don't want to do ministry again. I've been through several times, but thank God that he didn't listen to my quote and unquote.
But kept you going.
But it kept me on the assignment. I've been there.
So all these years, what is that thing that has kept you moving? That kept you...
One thing that has kept me moving is the fear factor.
Okay.
The fear of God saying, why did you do this? I didn't ask you to go. Why did you go? The fear of when I left, maybe that sister, that brother, maybe if I had stayed 5 minutes.
I get it.
Do you know that up to today I don't switch off my phone?
Wow.
And one of the things that I will forever regret, it could be divine design or whatever, I don't know. We went to a program in Takoradi. I came back very late, very tired and exhausted. When I was going to the sitting room, I had this witness that going to the bedroom, take your phone and charge it inside. I said, well, let me leave it here. I don't want anybody to call me. Apparently, one person, a very faithful, loyal person, was calling me from 2 a.m. The wife was under attack. And she was calling me, and the phone was in the sitting room. I was fast asleep. I woke up 4 o'clock, and I rushed to the sitting room. I said, oh, let me check. He had called more than 20 times.
Whoa.
And I ran. I called him and I ran to the hospital. I said, Pastor, I know if you had come earlier. Then I remember the scripture. Martha said, if you had come earlier, my brother wouldn't have died. It's one of the painful experiences I've ever had in this land. You understand? So sometimes when I want to give up, I look at certain people privately, quietly. I look at certain people and I said, maybe one more person needs to hear my voice. Maybe I can tap the person's shoulder or rub his back and say, sister, brother, it is well. And that's what keeps me going. When I want to give up, I remember somebody down the road is looking up to you.
Somebody down the road is looking up to you. Apostle, there are many young ministers of the gospel who are listening to us, including myself.
Right.
Some of my friends are online listening. For somebody who has done ministry all these years, about 36 years, what advice would you have for us?
Ministry is patience.
Patience.
Number one, be patient. Number two, know exactly what God has called you to do. Either than that, you will be a square peg in a round hole. And you will operate not in your full capacity. Number three, ministry is not competition. Number four, be ready for scars, wounds and scars. Number five, don't rush into coming to the forefront when you have not properly been equipped. Don't rush into coming into the forefront when you have not properly been equipped. Young men, slow down. Slow down. Ministry is not about giftings. Ministry is about service. Servant leadership. Be a leader, but serve. I call myself the chief laborer in the house. Serve. So if you're a young minister, and learn to stay humble. When you see 2-3 visions, don't run and say that I'm the prophet. Even somebody even said that I can even see more than my senior pastor. Hey, brother, take it easy. You see, so that is what I'll give to the young guys. Sit under the feet of someone. Bible says this is Elisha, the man who poured water on the hands of Elijah. How many years? 40 years. 40 years. 7. Wow. Have you seen somebody like Bishop James Sir? He's been with Bishop for years. He's still 7. Know your place. Don't rush. Some of us young ministers, you can function and excel very, very well as long as you remain under that anointing. If you get yourself out,
you'll be in trouble.
You make a shipwreck. So please learn to serve and humble yourself and learn. And I want to say one thing. Can I actually? Sure. Learn to keep quiet.
Learn to keep quiet.
It is not everything you see.
Baby.
No, women, when they go to market, is it everything they see in the market that they come and tell you? It is not everything you see.
Yeah.
And can I say something else?
Sure.
What is this? This is a microphone.
Microphone, yes.
It's microphone called Osofo.
No.
It's a punchy called Osofo.
No.
It's a cow called Osofo.
No.
Who is called Osofo? A human being.
Yes.
So before he was called Osofo, he was a human being.
Yes.
So he had all the flaws and all the weaknesses. Yet God chose to brand him Sofo, my servant.
Yes.
So your senior pastor
Could have its weakness.
He's a human being.
Yes.
He can have all his shortcomings. But look at what God is using him to do in the life of people and in your own life. And remain humble, remain committed, remain dedicated, and you will excel.
Thank you, Apostle. Apostle, you've been in Cape Coast for a long time, or let me say you've been in ministry for a long time. I'm sure the time you people, like the people of your age, were doing ministry, and how we are doing ministry now, I'm sure many things have changed.
A lot
have changed.
Yeah.
If you had the power, to change one thing in ministry, what is that thing that you
one thing I would change in ministry is the mindset.
Okay, of the pastor or the people?
Both.
Okay.
The mindset.
The mindset.
Because of the land on which we dwell. We have still not renewed our minds from a lot of things.
Okay.
And so that is fighting us. So we need to renew our minds. Okay? We need to renew our minds. So I'll talk about mind renewal, mind education. All right? Mind renewal, mind education, and commitment. The commitment and dedication is not there.
Commitment have died.
It is gone.
It's gone.
Thrown out of the window.
Because if I look at the zeal that you were describing with and now,
for 5 years I never spoke in a microphone.
But the commitment and the zeal was
yes
there.
And I was doing a program 1 week, Sunday to Sunday. I never spoke in a microphone. I didn't have. We went to church very early. We were meeting in classrooms. Went to church very early, sweep the place, remove the desks, arrange the chairs, benches. We started with benches those days.
Yes.
And then the chairs,
Yes.
the plastic chairs.
Yes.
And then we finish, we'll pack everything back, pray for people, encourage people, visit them homes and those things. It's not there today.
It's not there today. Wow. So you'd have changed the mindset of the people.
Yes, I would.
Yeah.
That ministry is commitment.
Yes.
And keyword, sacrifice.
Commitment and
The ministers of today don't want to sacrifice. When they went to give you, they go and fetch a glass of water for you, they want you to pay them. But ministry is sacrifice. That is where the prize is.
Yeah.
That's how you tap into the oil. You can't buy the oil.
No.
You sacrifice to
sacrifice.
earn the oil. He said, and when Moses had left the tent, Joshua, his servant, remained in the tent.
Thank you, Apostle. Apostle, we are getting ready to wrap up.
Okay.
And I will give you the opportunity to tell people, maybe somebody listen to us, the person has fallen in love with your ministry, how people can locate you and get in touch with you. I'll come back to it. But let me pick your thought on these few things, then we just move on to that level. Apostle, if you weren't a pastor, would you have stayed in GES or you would have moved to something else? What would you have done if not?
You know,
pastor?
I used to say that GS, we call it, when we were in school, we used to call it Ghana University Service. After that, I started to say that. Probably, I don't think I'll be there. I wanted to be a lawyer.
A lawyer, okay. So you would have pursued...
I wanted to be in the military.
But I was coming to say.
Oh yeah, I wanted to be in the military.
Okay.
Or go to sea.
Okay.
Or be a lawyer.
Okay, that's nice. Who is your favorite gospel artist?
I don't really have, but I grew up with the same day I was ordained. Was the same day Pastor Joe Beecham was charged as a pastor.
Okay.
He was sitting next to me.
Okay.
So
he's been your favorite.
Yeah, he's been my favorite. I'm not particular about. I love this one. Some of them I wouldn't even listen because as far as I'm concerned, it's something else.
Okay.
You know.
Apostle, is that one thing that people don't usually know about you?
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, but there might be something people don't know about me.
Really?
There might be something people don't know about me.
Is this something that people don't usually know about you?
Yeah.
And also, what do you do for leisure when you are not ministering? When you are not?
I watch action movies. You know why?
Action.
I call it blood, guts, and bullets.
You love watching action movies?
Oh yeah, a lot of action. I don't like this romantic stuff.
No.
I like action.
Shoot me.
That's it. Especially those days, I used to watch a lot of war movies.
Okay.
And then I love wrestling.
Wrestling. And
but the Bible says we wrestle not against flesh and blood. It didn't say we box. It didn't say we run.
Wrestling.
It didn't say we do high jump. It said we wrestle. So I love wrestling. I'm the last man standing. Then I like watching action movies.
Action movies.
Yes.
Okay. So Apostle, we have about 3 minutes.
Yes.
I want to give it to you. Tell us, maybe somebody's listening to us, how we can get in touch with you, and possibly if there's a phone number, you can also leave behind.
I'm the general overseer, the chief laborer of Bethel Grace Chapel International. We have a place of worship at Adaso behind Capitol Hill Hotel on the Interbetin Emergency Road. My telephone number is 0244 61 7575 0244 61 7575 and 020 813 0844. You can also get me on k5benkat@yahoo.com. 020 813 0844 or 0244 61 7575. k5benkat@yahoo.com or k5benkat@gmail.
Thank you so much, Apostle. It's been a pleasure having you.
All right.
We've enjoyed the conversation. We have learned so much. 3 people you will say good evening to.
Oh, you asked me a question I didn't answer, right?
Okay, yeah.
One thing most people don't
know about. Yeah.
What I don't like is being taken for granted.
So people don't know that you don't like to be taken for granted.
I don't like that. I don't like, because I believe strongly when I'm even dead. When you see me dead, right? When they told you that I'm dead, come and wake me up and say, Pastor, Apostle, what one thing would you want to say? I will tell you that life is a seed.
Life is a seed.
Everything you do is a seed. That's it. And I don't like people taking me for granted. I don't like people disrespecting me, because I won't do it to you. Don't do that. I don't like it, because I have scars about it. And I don't like it. So I will want to, my final words before I go, well, I want to say a big thank you to my family and to that wonderful woman out there, who by the grace of God obeyed the voice of God and helped me to reach out to thousands of people. My family, and then my siblings, the church, and my wonderful special loved ones.
Radio.
My special loved ones, they know themselves. Wonderful special loved ones. May the Lord bless all of you. All of you. I'm very, very happy. Anytime I see you guys, I'm happy and I'm much encouraged.
Thank you so much, Apostle, for coming.
You're welcome.
We've enjoyed the conversation and we've really learned a lot. Thank you so much for coming.
Welcome.
Listeners, it's been Figure of Faith on TW Radio 88.9, and we had Apostle Dr. Ben Kovimaakin for the personality profile today, and he has told us a lot about himself. Thank you for listening. God bless you.
We'll see
you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
If you're looking to dive into the lives of students on campuses all around Cape Coast, then Tertiary Vibes is the show for you.